Hello everyone, this is Tom Fox. I would like to welcome you to the Sunday Book Review. The Sunday Book Review is the series where I discuss books which impact the compliance practitioner, the legal professional, and the business professional. I hope you will enjoy this episode. The Sunday Book Review for December 2020. Today we take a look at some of my favorite books from John Le Carré, who recently died. Number one, of course, is Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Spy, the first volume of Le Carré's subtle, complex Carla trilogy, which sets the gold standards for spy thrillers. The aging spy master, George Spiley, hunts for a traitor inside the circus, the author's nickname for MI6, while playing a carefully menacing game of chess with Carla, his Russian opposite number. While there have been two adaptations, a BBC TV series starring Sir Alec Guinness and a movie starring Gary Oldman, the book is obviously much better in capturing the feel of the Cold War where the chess masters played chess. Two, The Spy Who Came In From the Cold. Le Carré's breakout novel was a game changer for the espionage game, as it told the story of Alex Lemus, an intelligence officer who's being called home by circus after years of living in East Germany. Down, depressed, weary, a cynical anti-hero, he has one more mission to complete before he returns to London. It is as nuanced a portrait of amorality, of espionage, and its many shades of gray as you will find. Next up, The Little Drummer Girl. On the island of Mykonos, Charlie, the novel's female protagonist, wants sunny days and a brief escape from England's bourgeois dreariness. A handsome stranger lures the aspiring actress away from her pals, but his intentions are far from romantic. Joseph is an Israeli intelligence officer, and Charlie has been wooed to flush out the leader of a Palestinian terrorist group responsible for a string of deadly bombings. Still uncertain of her own allegiances, she debuts in a role of a lifetime in the theater of the real. It is one of the best discussions of the Israeli-Palestinian crisis I have read. It articulates both sides pretty well, but the ending scene where she makes love to the Palestinian terrorist and then has his brain blown out across her face is incredibly gut-wrenching. Next up, A Perfect Spy. Over the course of a seemingly irreproachable life, Magnus Pym has been all things to all people. A devoted family man, a trusted colleague, a loyal friend, and the perfect spy. But in the wake of his estranged father's death, Magnus vanishes and the British Secret Service is up in arms. Is it grief, or is the reason for his disappearance more sinister? Who is the mysterious man with a sad mustache who also seems to be looking for Magnus? In A Perfect Spy, Le Carré has crafted one of his crowning masterpieces, interweaving a moving and unusual coming-of-age story with a morally tangled chronicle of modern espionage. If you have never read Le Carré, I would suggest you do so. He is truly one of the great authors of the second half of the 20th century. If you're interested in the spy game at all, it is absolutely fabulous. And Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Spy was one of the most intricately woven plots I've ever read. This month on 31 Days to a More Effective Compliance Program, I take up the topic of training and communications. This is the last month of the year, so this will be the last series of the nuts and bolts of compliance. Over on the Compliance Life, this month I featured Kim Yapchai, the Chief Ethics and Compliance Officer and Chief Sustainability Officer at Tenneco. She has a fascinating career path and journey through compliance. I know you will enjoy it. Also, check out the Wirecard Saga, a new podcast offering where with Mikhail Ryder Gordon, we take a look at the Wirecard fraud in a very deep way.